Private M's. Just a few lines to let you know of the terrible disaster that has occurred just lately. I'm glad to tell you that I escaped quite safe. I was in the thick of it that morning. We started from our camp at 12 o'clock one night, and the orders we had was to capture the Boer position with the point of a bayonet and take them by surprise. Starting from the camp, we had to march 2 miles before we got to this big rock. That's the rock I can't find. We had to put on slippers so as to make no noise. It was a silent march and no talking was allowed. And before we got to the top of the hill, we were fired upon by 2,000 Boers. Well, there were 200. We only had 4 companies with us. They were firing on us in the dark, and we could not get under cover. We were about 20 yards away when they started. We lost a lot of men. Our colonel, 4 officers and 34 men, and several taken prisoner. The moon, as I told you, set at 9:47 that night, so it was pitch dark. The Boer numbers increased once more in this letter by Corporal Charles Watts. There were 400 of us and 5,000 Boers. It was slaughter. As soon as the first shot was fired, a volley came and H Company fell like dead sheep, the bullets coming over us like a hailstorm. Then he says Watson told them to retire. Then he says they were both shot through the head and killed. The general originally gave the order to get the men up between 3 and 4 a.m., that's General French, and to go to the bottom of the hill and let us lay there till daybreak. Then the hill was to be shelled for 1 hour. Had the general got the hill, he would have blown up Colesberg. The cavalry were to be on one flank and the mounted infantry on the other. 4 big guns were to be fired in succession, which would be the signal to charge. If this had been done, we would have got the hill. All right, now here is another chap, Ruffles. I was one of the lucky ones. And that it was one because they bayoneted him.
Yeah. He would have been down just there. But it would have been others
further up.
This is the most magnificent time of day to be out on the veldt, especially in this beautiful area around Colesberg.
Yes, I think the soldiers' letters differ very slightly, so I think that their version of what happened is much more accurate than French's.